Hi, today we're going to talk about the adjective endings again, but this time we're going to use examples using der Goldene Schlüssel von den Brüdern Grimm. Download a copy of this worksheet in the description and then fill in your own blanks. Then whenever we go through it together, you can find out how well you did. We start out in our story, we have zu. Zu is a dative preposition, so whatever comes after it has to be dative. In this case, we have Winterzeit. Winterzeit is a feminine noun, so we have zur, which is a contraction of zu plus der, which is the dative der word for feminine nouns. Since we have a dative and a der word, we have to have the dative feminine der word adjective ending that goes after kalt. In this case, we need an en. The second thing in our sentence says ein, and it has to do with Schnee. Schnee is masculine and is the subject of this part of the sentence, so we have to use the nominative case and the masculine forms. Ein does not take an ending for the masculine form in the nominative case, but the adjective after an ein word does. It takes an er. The third part of our sentence here says musste, and then has the subject of our sentence as junge. Junge is another masculine noun, and this one is also the subject of this part of the sentence, so we have to use the nominative case again. Ein will not take an ending for the nominative masculine, but am will take an ending. It needs an er. The next thing in our sentence is the direct object Holz. Holz is in the accusative case and is neuter, but there's no ein word or der word in front of reif, so we have to use the unpreceded adjective ending es for the neuter accusative. Auf is a two-way preposition, which means that it could be accusative or dative. In the accusative case, it has to have motion. In the dative case, it is without motion. In this sentence, there is no motion, so this is dative. Schlitten is masculine, so we have to use the masculine dative form for ein, which is einem, with an em at the end of it. Lang then has to take the dative ending after an ein word for a masculine noun, which takes en. Einem langen Schlitten. Our next blank is Feuer. Feuer is neuter and is the direct object in that part of the sentence, which means that it takes the accusative case. Accusative neuter will not take an ending on the ein word, but it will take an es at the end of klein for the adjective. Our next blank goes with Schnee, and Schnee is masculine. It's also the direct object in this sentence, so we have to have the masculine accusative endings for all of these words. Der changes to den in the accusative case, and the adjective that follows also takes an en, so it should read den weißen Schnee. Our next blank is another direct object, and it's masculine again, so our endings again are en, den braunen Erdboden. The next several blanks are also masculine accusative direct objects. This time we have ein words, but the endings are still the same. Einen, kleinen, goldenen Schlüssel. Our next few blanks are in the nominative case using masculine noun Schlüssel. So this sentence should be wo der goldene Schlüssel wäre. In our next part, we also have a subject, but this time it's neuter, so it should be das goldene Schloss. Our next few blanks are actually the object of a preposition. In is a two-way preposition, so it could be accusative or dative. In this sentence, it's dative because it's stationary. There is no motion involved. So this has to be the feminine dative forms for all of these words. Der harten Erde. Our next few blanks are an accusative direct object, but this time it's neuter. The neuter ein word will not take an ending at all, but the Eisen should also have an es, so it should read ein eisernes Kästchen. This next blank is the subject of this part of the sentence, so we have to have der goldene Schlüssel for the masculine nominative. Our next blank is the direct object again, and it's plural, but this time there is no ein word or der word in front of it, which means this is an unpreceded adjective. The adjective ending for unpreceded adjectives with plural nouns is so this should be kostbare Sachen. In is still a two-way preposition, but in this case it's again dative because we don't have any motion. So this should be the neuter dative forms, dem kleinen Kästchen. War in this next sentence means that we take the nominative case because forms of sein will never take an accusative. So we have to have the neuter nominative case forms for kein kleines Schlüsselloch. Our next blanks are masculine and they are in the nominative case because they are the subject. So we should have der goldene Schlüssel. Our next blank is neuter and in the accusative case because Feuerchen is neuter and this is the direct object of the sentence. Ein does not take an ending with neuter and accusative, but klein should take an es. So we should have ein kleines Feuerchen. Our next blank is nominative and neuter, so again ein will not take an ending, and klein will take an es. Ein kleines Zettelchen. Our next blanks are also nominative. This time they're feminine, so we should have eine chemische Formel. Our next blank is accusative and feminine because Lust is feminine and it's the direct object of this sentence, so we should have gute for the unpreceded feminine adjective ending. Our last blank is es because it's an unpreceded adjective that's neuter and it's the accusative case. Es, reifes Feuerholz. We've filled in all of our blanks for our story now, and we have a complete Der Goldene Schlüssel story von den Brüdern Grimm. The story reads as follows. Zur kalten Winterzeit, als einmal ein tiefer Schnee lag, musste ein armer Junge hinausgehen und reifes Holz auf einem langen Schlitten holen. Wie er es nun zusammengesucht und aufgeladen hatte, wollte er, weil er so erfroren war, noch nicht nach Hause gehen, sondern erst ein kleines Feuer anmachen und sich ein bisschen wärmen. Da scharrte er den weißen Schnee weg, und wie er so den braunen Erdboden aufräumte, fand er einen kleinen goldenen Schlüssel. Nun glaubte er, wo der goldene Schlüssel wäre, müsste auch das goldene Schloss dazu sein, grub in der harten Erde und fand ein eisernes Kästchen. Wenn der goldene Schlüssel nur passt, dachte er, es sind gewiss kostbare Sachen in dem kleinen Kästchen. Er suchte, aber es war kein kleines Schlüsselloch da. Endlich entdeckte er eins, aber so klein, dass man es kaum sehen konnte. Er probierte, und der goldene Schlüssel passte glücklich. Da drehte er einmal herum und fand ein kleines Feuerchen. Dabei lag ein kleines Zettelchen, wo eine chemische Formel war, dass man das Feuerchen an- und ausmachen konnte, wann man gute Lust dazu hatte. Dieses brachte er später nach Hause und brauchte niemals mehr reifes Feuerholz suchen. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Thanks for watching. Bye now.